Hey, hi, welcome to Civil Tech and welcome to another vlog. This is vlog number 4 and let's get started. Guys, today's vlog will be on topic called as green buildings. So we have very exciting PPT, you will get a lot of information today and I'm sure your overall knowledge towards green buildings will enhance today. We'll come to know what are the different ratings, how we can do green buildings, what are exact green buildings, and so on. Whatever questions you have, I think after this PPT you will get resolved overall. And without wasting too much time again, let's move to the PPT. Let's start with the presentation now. So today's presentation is on green buildings. Now, what is the agenda for this PPT? We are going to cover introduction, we are going to cover in details, then we'll see what are the different certification available across the world, how they give ratings for the different projects. Let's start with introduction. The first question is, what are green buildings? So basically structures which are energy efficient, eco-friendly, renewable in addition with low carbon footprints are known as green buildings. So all these parameters will help you to build a green buildings. So it should be very eco-friendly. You should use different kinds of renewable sources such as solar, wind power to generate your power need at site, as well as what are the material you use for the project. It should be eco-friendly. Try to use recycled material or which is waste. For example, it's a fly ash we use in cements, fly ash you can use in mortar, so you can reduce the consumption of your concrete, so that ultimately it will reduce your carbon footprints. In fact, your design is also matters. It should be very eco-friendly. The design parameters should have proper sunlight, it should have a proper ventilation, so that all these parameters will help you to reduce your energy consumption. Why we need green buildings? At present we are constructing concrete forest, so it's basically concrete jungle. Everywhere we are doing just a copy pasting the technology, we just cutting all the trees and started building all those concrete structures, which is very bad for our ecosystem. We are disturbing our ecosystem. We increase the pollution, we increase the pollution, and in addition it will increase global warming. Green structures can reduce all above, which will provide healthy living, will reduce use of non-renewable sources, and with the help of green buildings your savings in energy and water will be done. So that is why we need green buildings. Now details. Now there are different organization bodies across the world who give green certification. More or less the contents will be these details what we will see now, and that might get vary from organizing body or certification body who provide the green certification. Roughly we have listed down the different parts where this certification will depend on. The first is site selection and planning. It's very crucial to select a proper site, and we should have a proper planning. In this section we'll see what are details are considered to give certain marks. So each of this section has certain marks based on the organization, and they categorize this each and every parameter. They'll check your project along this parameter and they'll provide marks for each of these sections. Ensure that building complies with or all kind of regulatory codes, local codes. You should control your soil erosion. Basic amenities should be nearby or even accessible. Hospital should be, market. So all these facilities you have to make sure it's quite accessible through your project. You have to maintain your natural topography or vegetation to be balanced. You have to reduce your heat island effect. Parking facilities should be provided. Maybe visitor parking is there, you have to make sure that you accommodate all those kinds of car. Try if you can provide electric chargers facility for the electric vehicles. Design for differently able. Your project should be very friendly for your differently able people, where they themselves can climb the stair, or they themselves should able to come inside or go outside. Even what is the toilets you design, it should be friendly for disably able people as well. Next section, water efficiency. We have to provide rainwater harvesting mechanism. Water efficient plumbing fixtures should be there in your project. Efficient landscape design should be required. Management of irrigation system must be there. Wastewater treatment plant. You have to reuse your water. Water metering should be there, so that you use your water in a controlled way. Along with that, you should make an effort to recharge your groundwater. Third, energy efficiency. CFC free or negligible equipment you have to use. Maybe if you're using refrigerator, try you should be have green rating. CFC should be almost negligible. Use of renewable energy such as solar, wind. Energy saving measures should be taken, such as you may use CFL bulb instead of your traditional bulbs. CFL bulbs will consume less energy. You have to design your building with proper sunshade and sunlight. Sunshade will help to avoid direct penetration of sunlight, and which will reduce your use of your fan or AC equipment. You should have a proper sunlight so that your power consumption will get reduced. Try if you can generate your power at your project itself by using solar or wind. Energy metering is also a very important factor for this. This is very crucial. Third part is material resources. The material resources, what are the material resources you require for a project? Each one of them you do analyze, see if you can replace your existing material with the energy efficient material, so that your carbon footprint will get reduced. It should be more eco-friendly. It will absorb less heat. It will keep your climate cool during summer, and it should keep warm during your winters. Try to use such kind of materials. So let's see what are the parameters here. Use of renewable building materials. Use of certified woods only, which are permitted to cut and use for your project. Bamboo is one of them. Try to use your local materials as much as you can. Handling of construction waste material. What is the waste you generate on site? It has to be proper managed. Reuse of salvaged materials. Use of material with recycled content. Try to use a material which are recycled. For example, from factory we have waste fly ash material which we use in cements, as well as in concrete we do a mixture, so that your cement consumption will get reduced. Accordingly, it will since you are recycling, it will help to reduce your low carbon. Instead of normal traditional fire bricks, you try to use stabilized mud blocks. Even you try to use your lime bricks, which has good thermal capacity. It keeps your interior of your flat very cool during summer, and vice versa for winters. Try to use a proper design in your slab, so that, or we say it is a ribbed slab, where your consumption of concrete will get reduced. You use certain alternative materials. In some cases we use now different kinds of pot in your slab, so that at different spacing you can put those pot, or even stabilized mud blocks also we can use in slabs, so that your design will change, your consumption of steel will get reduced, as well as your consumption of concrete will get reduced, and even it will have a good acoustic and aesthetic ratio also. So these are the such some example which I told you. Even there are different kinds of ply material which are eco-friendly. Even there are tiles which are eco-friendly. So try to use this kind of material for your project. Indoor quality. In indoor quality, you should have proper smoke controls, minimum daylight percentage, enhanced fresh air ventilation, exhaust system should be there, use low VOC materials, paints and adhesive, and cross ventilation should be proper. With the cross ventilation, if you have a proper cross ventilation, your consumption of your ACs and your fan which will use electricity will get reduced. If you have proper exhaust system, ventilation will be in place. With a proper design, you'll have more sunlight, or in a proper way your sunlight will be there. Even your building design, your orientation will play a major role in this view. Then there are certain points for your design innovation as well as accredited professionals. If you have employing or you have hired some consultant who are accredited professionals from certain governing bodies or green building bodies, so they know how to do the things in a proper way, so which will increase your points for this project. Like I said, innovation in design is very important. Let's see what are the different certifications across the world. So there are different certification bodies. First is a LEED. LEED is issued by US Green Building Council. They have their different parameters. If you register a project through their website, they'll have certain rating system. You have to follow that. You have to fulfill your pre-certification as well. During certification or after completion certification, they'll award you the ratings. Second, it's a NABERS, NABERS, NABERS certification. This is available to Australian project only. Third, it's IGBC. This certification from Indian organization. Then we have CASPE. This green building certification is there in Japan. Then we have BREEAM certification from UK organization. Then we have DGNB certification from a German organization. Then we have HQE certification from France organization, and there are many more organizations who provide green certification. These are the some of them. Now what they do, how they provide ratings. For sample, I have given this 4 rating bodies, how they certify your project or how they give ratings. For example, LEED. Now LEED has certification in a category certified, silver, gold and platinum. Platinum is the highest, certified is the lowest rating. So to get certified certification, you should at least achieve 40 to 49 points. Now these are the points and nothing but above details which we saw. If you achieve all those categories, based on that they will give you ratings. If you achieve 50 to 59 points, you will be awarded silver for your project. If you achieve 60 to 79 points, you will be awarded gold for your project. If you achieve 80 plus points, it will be highest rating, that is platinum, will be awarded to your project. Similar way, IGBC, Indian organization, will provide in the same certification they provide platinum, gold, silver certified. Only the point has a variation here. If you achieve 50 to 59, you will get certified. If you achieve 60 to 69 points, you will get silver pro certification for your project. If you achieve 70 to 79 points, they will award you gold certification. If you achieve more than 80 points, they will provide you platinum certification as a green building. There are certain institutes or organizations which provide ratings in terms of stars instead of point. For example, CASPE. CASPE provide you 1 star, 2 star, 3 stars, 4 star, 5 star. 5 star is highest, 1 star is the lowest for your green project. Similarly, NABERS provide you stars. The lowest is 2 star, highest is 5 star. They'll provide 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars and 5 star ratings. and different organization has their own rating systems. So these are the sample rating system, how they will provide ratings. This is all for today's presentation.
Hey guys, hope you have liked today's PPT. Hope it was not bore and it was good for you. You have understood most of the green building parts, and I hope it was very helpful for you. I have some few suggestions to make to my viewers today. So if you are a builder, if you are a real estate builder, you are developing certain residential or commercial buildings. So what I suggest, or what in fact I request you all, try to initiate certain green buildings. Though we do a conventional method only, just we put a concrete and build buildings. So instead of that, little bit try to change your focus towards green building. We do understand that generating or building a new green buildings will cost you more rather than doing a conventional methods. Though there is a less margin, you need to put a lot of efforts to green building. Initial investment is high. Still, I think if you put your efforts in a proper direction, if you do a management in a proper direction, with that proper construction management, with the proper techniques, with the proper procurement in place, you'll be able to control your overall expenses, and more or less you can reduce your consumption or reduce your per square feet construction cost for real estate green building projects. In this way, please create certain green projects or create certain green buildings. It is going to help our world. We have to make certain efforts. So my request for all the real estate builders, please make certain efforts towards green building. You can use certain alternative materials. You can use certain proper design so that your overall consumption of electricity, overall consumption of your coolers, ACs, and overall electricity will get reduced, and that's how we can contribute to our society. Also for the contractors, I do understand we do projects for our customers or our clients, so we don't have much scope, but still while finalizing or while selecting certain materials, you do take comparison between green products and normal products and see if the cost is not much, you can use as much as green products you want to use for the sites, and that's how you can contribute. And if you are individual owners, you want to build certain houses for your own, I think this video is especially for you. Please make an effort. You can do a great job in green products or green buildings rather. While doing construction or while selecting a site, you please select a site in such a way that you reduce or you cut minimum trees. Site selection plays very important role. Then while doing designing, make sure you talk to your architect, ask them to design it properly so that you get maximum sunlight, you get proper ventilation, you get a proper orientation. And while selecting materials, there are different materials in the market which are green products. Why green products? Let's say example, instead of using a fire bricks, you can use Ecolite bricks, or you can use mud bricks. Now the mud bricks, for example, it has a good thermal capacity, wherein in summer it will keep your home cool and in winter it will keep your home warm. And again, overall durability is more. You even in mud bricks you don't require plasters. Also it has a very aesthetic and acoustic view at internally. Even those bricks you can use in a slab, so that overall consumption of concrete, overall consumption of steel will get reduced. So in such way you can talk to some consultant, good consultant also, or you talk to your architect so that you can accommodate all these kind of small parameters while selecting materials. Also you can use your CFL materials instead of using normal lights, which will reduce your overall consumption of electricity. So there are many more kind of products in the market. Please do make some efforts. I think you will not regret building a green building rather than going for a conventional one. In the longer run, it is going to help you. It has very good aesthetic view, like I said. It will give you self-satisfaction that you have built a eco-friendly building, and I'm sure you'll be one of the most happiest person to live in eco-friendly home rather than a normal conventional or concrete home. So take care of this, and if you need any suggestion from our side, please comment us. We have a email ID too. We'll help you or we'll guide you how to make this kind of buildings, or we may connect you with some of the consultants. Don't hesitate for any questions. If you have, we are there for you. Don't worry. Apart from that, right now coronavirus is spreading like anything. The situation are not good, so stay at home, take care of yourself, take care of your family, sanitize your hand like I said, uh, maintain social distance, ask others also to wear masks, follow the rules given by your government, take care. This situation is not good now, we'll overcome, and that we can overcome with together strength. Definitely we can overcome this situation and we'll come back stronger. Till then, I am Mahesh Patil signing off for this vlog.